be on stream. I was very well delayed. The movie didn't start for about 15 minutes after it was supposed to, and it took me a bit of extra time. I had to take a friend of mine home who came with me to go see the movie. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, and I am just a little bit because I'm still not used to this whole cooking on stream thing, and this is my first time baking cookies from scratch. I screwed up when I went and bought the ingredients the first time. I bought the wrong kind of chocolate chips. I had a coworker of mine tell me that the absolute best chocolate chip cookies, you get the recipe off of the back of Toll House chocolate chips. So that's the recipe I'm going to be following, is the Nestle Toll House mini morsel cookies. So the first thing I need to do is I got to preheat the oven, which I kind of might have already done before I started the stream. Now the next thing, in a small bowl, combine flour, baking soda, salt. Salt. Do I have salt? I only need a teaspoon of it. This might be enough. So I didn't measure any of these ingredients beforehand because I'm not that well prepared. Like I said, I'm still new to the whole cooking stream thing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get my bowls that I'm going to need. And I don't have a lot of counter space in my cramped little apartment, so we'll just kind of have to deal with that. Okay, so going to my bag of chocolate chips. In the small bowl, we will combine the flour, baking soda, and salt. I need 2¼ cup flour. What did I do with my measuring cups? So you just kind of have to bear with me. This is a slow process for me. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get that. I use the ½ cup just to kind of get started in on the whole deal here. Actually, I'm going to set this off to the side. That way, with the oven heating up, it does not damage the chocolate chip cookie, or well, the chocolate chips. All right. There's ½ cup. One cup. One and a half, and I may not have a big enough bowl. Two. And what was that other? It was 2¼ so about half of this. Got a bit much. Still just a tad too much. Perfect. Now, we need Is it sugar? A small bowl combine flour, baking soda, and salt. So, the next thing, got my baking soda. Brand new box, which I'm going to, I guess, need to find a way to... Actually, I'm going to put that in a Ziploc bag once we're done here. There's the baking soda. And then we need to fill this with salt quick. Which, that's not... Oh, the shame. I was thinking... That's cane sugar, and more cane sugar. And cane sugar, I will have to use the salt that's in the salt shaker simply because it's all I've got. How terrifying. Alright, in the large bowl, beat butter, granulated sugar, and brown sugar, and vanilla extract. So, it says we need a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks softened, which, luckily I put this on my counter before I left for the movies. So I've got 2 sticks of Irish butter. I think that's 2 sticks, right? Or is this just a single giant? God, I hope that's not too much butter, now that I think about it. A cup of butter. Hang on. You know, I'm going to say that's probably 2 sticks of butter. We eyeballed it using an actual other stick of butter. So, we're going to call it good. Hopefully it's not too terrible much. So there's our butter. And now my hands feel gross. Ah. All right. Ha ha ha! It's nice to see you. I'm just getting started. So, next step is getting the sugar and the vanilla extract in here with the butter. So I've been waiting for a special occasion to break out the Watkins brand vanilla extract, so I'm kind of excited. and going fairly slow. So how are you doing today? Half of them? They're already spoken for. I got to take them to work with me tomorrow. I owe a coworker of mine some cookies because she gave me some baking sheets. Told her I got this mad itch to do some cooking, so large mixing bowl. Sugar. So we need 3/4 cup granulated sugar, which is what I've got here. If I can get my fat fingers to open it. Okay. I should have probably opened half of this stuff before I even started. In all honesty. What did I say? 3/4? Oh, come on. I know the trick to this. Wonder. This is too much. Dragon Quest is going pretty good. How far did I get? I haven't really gotten too terribly far in it. I picked it up and I played it for about 2 hours and then I had to call it quits. But the high point of my days so far has been going and seeing the new John Wick movie, which I wanted to see for quite a while. 3/4 granulated sugar. 1. 2. 3. That's enough for the granulated sugar. I can get this put away with all the rest of the sugar. John wants to see the other one. Which other one? The game or the movie? I guess I just kind of rambled on. And I need 3/4 cup of the packed brown sugar, which I'm going to go ahead and once I get this out of here, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag to seal it. The movie. They're pretty good. I highly recommend it. It's a very good series. It's like Keanu Reeves is an amazing actor. So. I need 3/4 of this as well. Packed. I don't know if that's quite what it means, but amateur baking at its finest. Suppose if you enjoy what you're doing, it's all that matters, huh? You know, I forgot to post on Twitter that I was live doing this one. That one. Oh, okay. And now I need my vanilla extract as well. Uh-oh. Those are the sandwich bags. I'll have to get something to seal that with later. You can post it for me? That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. And how much vanilla extract do I need? I need a teaspoon. This little fellow. Hopefully that's not all of it. Peel this little guy off here. Perfect. You know, I didn't realize it, but there's actually alcohol in here. And there's the vanilla. Yeah, there's alcohol in the vanilla, which I wouldn't have known if not for work. Ooh, sweating pretty bad. Alright. Now, we need to beat it until it's creamy, which we'll know when we get there. I added you, so it should show up on your Twitter too. Perfect! And you know what? It did. I can see it there, the notification on the mobile device. So this is the part where it gets kind of loud, and we see if I know what I'm actually doing. Wow, that's kind of obnoxious. Thank goodness this is a big enough bowl, huh? Definitely off to a decent start. Tell you what, I'm going to get my spatula real quick. I'm going to get that moved around, that way I can actually start to make it. Where did my spatula go? Where'd you go, bud? No way! You're disappearing on me. Oh, come on, don't fall into the sink. Like I said, I don't have enough counter space for all this. You cream it until there are no more granulations, I believe. I think you... Most of shows from the watch, plus 2 years of pastry hours. Oh, wow! It says turn down the drill. I wish I could. Hey, tell you what, that's only on the first level crazy, too. That's the low end. Yikes. Set right there. Let's get that down there again one more time. I don't know if you can actually... Oh, you do have... You can still see it, so okay. I have this really cheap little... it's the word I'm looking for. It's a cheap little arm I got off of Wish. I got lazy and needed something so I could keep my phone by the bed and watch without having to hold my phone at night to watch Netflix and crap. I've actually got it posted up on the wall. So that's starting to look kind of creamy to me. Alright. I need my KitchenAid mixer if I had a teleporter. Right. Okay. Yeah, that looks Looks pretty creamy to me. It spreads like the butter it was. Alright, so add 1 egg at a time. Beating well after each addition. Beat the flour in gradually, store in morsels and nuts. I don't think I have any to put in there, honestly. But I gotta get the egg out of the fridge real quick. Alright, so we add an egg. Why is it so hot? Beating well after each addition. Not the best break, honestly. I don't know if I'm supposed to still be using a mixer to get that in there. That's what I'm going to do. Because like I mentioned earlier, this is my first time making cookies at all. So you can break all the eggs in one bowl and slowly pour them in with the bowl. Ah, okay. Oh, man. There we go. That's a much better addition. I'm doing this right. I want to make a fool of myself. Okay, add eggs and then beat in mixture gradually. So this recipe never calls for folding, so you're fine. Okay. I feel like maybe that's the wrong way to go about that. I'm just going to dump a little bit of it in here quick. Let me get it. Get the sides brought back in. Oh man, making a mess. Oh, I hope I'm doing this right. I really do. Because maybe it might have been a bad idea to actually stream the first time I've ever made cookies. It's a little unprofessional, so... And we'll dump the rest of that in there the next time. I'm going to be getting too thick to mess with this, so I'm open to suggestions. Come on. And we'll just go ahead and pitch the rest of that in there. I'm going to get a piece of towel real quick. Oh, man. I'm supposed to let it sit too long, I don't think, but... I'll wash my hands quick. I just saw a chunk of it go flying. This poor thing. I think I'm working it to death. Alright, well, I think that's about all of that I can take. So, beat in flour, stir in morsels and nuts, and then drop onto ungreased sheet by rounded tablespoon. Bake 9 to 11 minutes until golden brown. So, I am supposed to put in half the bag. Stir them in. So what I'm going to do, I think I have a wooden spoon somewhere. That's horrifying. Well, I tell you what, I'm just going to use a tablespoon. I'm sweating so bad right now. I wish I wasn't. I'm just gonna dump what I feel is like half the bag. Hopefully my spoon doesn't bend. How many cookies this is going to end up making? And if I did this right even. That seems about reasonable. You think about it, buy an ice cream scoop with a release button. That sounds like a good idea going forward. If I ever get into having to mass produce cookies, which I hope I won't. Because so far this has been one heck of a process. Not that I haven't been enjoying it, it's been kind of fun actually. But making into cookies the same size. Okay, so it says to drop them on an ungreased baking sheet by a rounded tablespoon. Bake for 9 to 11 minutes or until golden brown. Cool on sheet for 2 minutes and remove to wire rack. So my thing is I don't have a wire rack. And I have to do this one cookie sheet at a time. So hopefully this will work out. So drop as in like flick it on there or like scoop it. I asked too many silly questions, but that's only because I don't know what I'm doing. Come on there. No, of course. Stupid thumb. Hey. Yeah. I'm gonna end up with like a sheet cookie, aren't I? I'm definitely not doing this right. Or I feel like I'm not doing it right, at the very least. I gotta quit with this whole self-doubt thing. It's like my biggest issue that I've got to work on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 9 of them on this one sheet. And then I'll put 9 more on the next. Well, I tell you what, they may not be perfectly spaced, but I think for the first time, that's not bad. So, I am going to go ahead and grab the oven mitts, because I'm scared of touching this damn thing without them. And rightfully so. I'm going to do something that's going to aggravate some people's computers. So give me 1 second here. Hey Google, set a timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so I'm going to get the next sheet of cookies done. And questions, more questions, exactly. But the more I do this, the better at it I'll feel, in all honesty. And actually, you know how I made that first Kit Kat cake? I've made 3 of them in the last 2 weeks. So I've been on a roll with making cakes. Honestly. And, you know, I think the biggest thing that I enjoy about it, making those cakes, is just like the people I'm sharing them with. Because the first cake I made was to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of my youngest sister passing. And we had a great big old family barbecue. And the second time, I just kind of wanted to show my coworkers that I could make something. And they loved it. Not everybody got a piece, though. So I made a third cake here just on Friday to share with some friends of mine locally. These are going to be ridiculous. That's, oh. So I have been cake crazy, and then, like I said, one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, well, you should make cookies," and I was like, "Maybe I can." I might have gone a little too heavy on some of these, and these last ones are starting to look kind of iffy. Yeah. Crap. I gotta quit wasting paper towels by washing my face with them, so a huge one. Just make monster cookies. You know what? That might be fun. So, I mentioned I picked up the wrong kind of chocolate chips the first time I wanted to do this whole thing. And I ended up getting the milk chocolate chips. And I was reading the recipe on the back of that, and I was picking up everything I needed. And only when I got home and actually read the recipe, I found out it was actually for fudge. So I have a recipe and all the ingredients sitting up in my cupboard here to do a fudge with marshmallows and all that kind of good fun stuff. So that might be the next thing that I try. And of course, my buddy Lucky is telling me he wants me to make him a cheesecake. And I don't know if I trust myself to make a cheesecake, honestly. I need to figure out where I'm going to set these when I get them out of the oven. Because I have almost no counter space. So I'm trying to get some of this stuff cleared up here real quick. This is starting to look quite nice, honestly. Freeze them overnight; they don't spread as much while baking. Oh. You can even use parchment paper and pre-draw circles on them to get the size you want. These are all things I'll have to look into, simply because I didn't do a lot of prep work today. All I did was go buy the ingredients this morning and was like, yeah, we're making cookies. I got really way too excited. And right before I actually started, I was worried that I'd lost some of the ingredients. So, ooh, to watch that one later. So I guess while I wait for the time to kill on that one, I don't know. Like I said, I had a couple of buddies of mine. Reusable parchment paper. I'll have to look into that. See, I was hoping to find a wire rack at Walmart today, but they didn't have one for like baking, so for cakes and cookies and stuff like that, they didn't have them. So I have genuinely no idea what I'm supposed to do with these after I get them off the pan after 2 minutes, it says. So I'm going to start cleaning some of this stuff up, but over the last couple days, been just hanging out with a bunch of my buddies. I had a friend of mine, Frigid Cold. He came over yesterday morning, and I actually had him try playing Monster Hunter World. So I had him create his own character on the PlayStation, and all he wanted to do was just kill. Because he's played Monster Hunter before, some of the older games at the very least. So he kind of knows what he's doing. He plays games mostly on his Nintendo Switch, but I play games with him every now and again on PC. So it'll be just a second here, and I'll check chat because I feel like I've been ignoring everything. So see, the thing is, he doesn't have a PlayStation 4. All he's got is that. All he's got is his Nintendo Switch, and in the background is that I hear Imperator. You awake, bud?
Yeah.
You don't want to come into the kitchen right now, buddy. It's like ridiculously hot. Although you can be one of the guinea pigs to try these cookies once they're done. Jesus. So, yep. It's nice to see you awake before 10 p.m. I'm going to get a glass of water real quick. Run this one. No! Come on. Gravity. This is my water cup. So. So I didn't play any music today in the background just because the last time I did, one of the records I was playing, it caused the playback to not have volume. Like it muted the stream. And I know exactly which record it was. It was my Genesis Invisible Touch album. Alright, so that is the 9-minute mark. And now it is time to pull the cookies out of the oven. Woo! Yeah, you gotta let them sit though, Imp. You can't. Well, I tell you what, they're not golden brown. So we're gonna put them back in for just another 2 minutes. Have. Hey Google, turn off timer. Hey Google, set timer for 2 minutes. What about half? Quick melts. Oh, okay. You buy quick melts and have all dip your cookies. Hmm. Do that. Well, like you said, I'm gonna put these in for just a couple more minutes, and we'll see how it turns out. We got what, 18 cookies on the sheet? What was I saying earlier though, before I interrupted myself? Let's see, Monster Hunter. Oh, yeah, no. Chocolate quick melts. Okay. You just melt them and dip. Oh. That's been a thing for how long? I'll have to look into it. It'll be another thing that I put on my list of things to look into. If I had a pen, I'll look back on the chat. No, but no. So no music today because my Genesis record caused half of the replay to be inaudible. Although I think it's funny because the part that you can't hear is just me snapping Kit Kats the whole time. So not really much of a loss on that one. Let me say, it's supposed to be 9 to 11 minutes. I didn't even put them in there that long the first time. Now I feel silly. There. Hey Google, turn off timer. So I used the light brown sugar. I don't know, you tell me. Those look all right? Okay. I just didn't eat chocolate. Nope. Put them back in. How much longer would you think? Way darker. Gotcha. Well, I put it in for the allotted time that it said. So we did what? 10 minutes. Things said do 11. So we'll put it on a timer 10 minutes or more. Okay, we'll do another additional 10 minutes. See how it turns out. So it looks like I brought my laptop over for nothing. I can't even read that from this distance. So I will have the computer set me another timer, and we'll go from there. Hey Google, set a 10-minute timer. Okay. So we've got that back and going. Now what? Can I sit here and stare at the rest of the cookie dough? Just keep an eye on them on the bottom. Keep an eye on the bottom. Pry to check so they don't burn. Yeah, cookies are significantly different than the cakes. The cakes are so much easier. Step 1, open box. Step 2, pour in ingredients. Just kind of have to keep an eye on it from there. Get some of this garbage cleaned up off my floor from when we started, so. I don't know much else. All I can say and all I'm going to say about the John Wick movie is that I thought it was great. So. Then let him sit out. Will do. Yeah, I have not been streaming a lot of gameplay recently, just because I've been like stressed out with. I want to buy a house. I need to get a new job. Everything's been crazy, so I've just been stressed and not playing games as much. I've been reading more books, watching more Netflix, vegging out all kinds of stupid crap. It's horrible, but sometimes it's necessary just to relax. Online recipes are better than the bag mixes? Really? Because I had a coworker of mine who told me that this was the best chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I don't know. I'll have to prove her wrong at some point. Be like, hey, Sheila, try these cookies. I was going to look for an online recipe, honestly. I didn't really get around to finding the right one. So we'll just have to go with it from there. They're getting there. They're looking a lot better at the very least. More like actual cookies. Because the other ones were just dough. I realize now. So do you have some suggestive... It's stupidly too short for cookies. Probably. Unless you're like nuking it. I wouldn't recommend that either. I know better than to even try, so. 9-minute microwave cookie. Nope. Realistic time limits. So we'll just have to see how much more it takes. But I look forward to seeing how these turn out. Of course, I also promised to take a few of them to my mother while she's working today here in town. Oh, recipes. If you have any good ones that you'd recommend, you could give them to me. Oh, speaking of my mother, her nose must be itching. She literally just texted me about cookies. Oh, shoot, I should have told her I'm streaming it, too, because then she could have come in here and harassed me the whole time. I should be like, I ain't eating your cookies, boy. That'd be funny. Or maybe she is. I hope not. Whew. That's just the way the world is anymore, is all anxiety and other crazy crap. But, no, I'd be willing to, if you've got suggestions for recipes and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to... send them to me through Discord, and give me just 1 second here, because I need to do some plugging. Let me do this. Not that people don't already know or are interested in, but I don't think that's an actual link for Twitter, but collect recipes you want to try. Yeah, if you have any good ones that you'd be willing to share, I take suggestions. Of course, I may or may not stream it the first time. Because like I said, I have a buddy of mine who, in exchange for helping me out with a Vita, what do you think? Significantly better? These look brown to me. And like you said, nah, you know what? Just a couple more minutes. It's still sticking towards the middle. Sticking towards the middle there. Or you think that they're done? Like I said, they were kind of sticking there in the middle of the cookies, but they look pretty good. So just a couple more minutes. Boy, I don't know how many of these I'll be able to bring. Let's see, I work with 4 people in the morning. Bring a couple for my mother. Then I gotta worry about Imp. I think we'll have plenty. Oh, that's true too. You know what? I'm gonna pull them then, and then we'll get the next group in. We'll set those there. And then eventually I go, yeah, that one in the middle. That's super cookie right there. Some of those are going to be small, but that's okay. Then cook the next batch for longer. Will do. Give me 1 second here. Hey Google, reset timer for 15 minutes.
Since I don't know which one you meant, I won't make any changes. I'm really sorry about that.
Google, why? Hey Google, cancel timer.
Sure, I canceled it.
Hey Google, set a timer for 17 minutes.
17 minutes. Starting now.
So, one thing that I'm always forgetting, and rotate them to, allows for even baking. Okay. Then when I check this next one, I'll just spin it around. Some of those actually turned out really nice. I talk about my folks a bit, and that's because I visit them like frequently. I'm horribly close to my parents, but I picked this up the other day to give to my dad. I went and saw the John Wick movie with him. I knew to give this to him, and I left it here. So this, oh, it doesn't read right. It's a Carolina Reaper starter kit. He likes hot things. I don't. And I need to get this to him at some point here. So we'll let them set. I'll just get rid of the rest of this gunk. Every oven has unique quirks, and turning pans often allows for even cooking. That's something maybe I should do with the cakes the next time too. I didn't even think about that. That's a fair point. So I will have to give that a try the next time. Just eat with a literal blanket of pepper and salt. Oh no! It's like, you're gonna even taste anything other than salt. My grandfather used to joke around about the salt shaker being his heart medicine, and then they've disproven that whole theory already. So, I should have been drinking a lot more water through this whole endeavor, because I have been sweating buckets. It is hot in here, and this itty bitty kitchen does not help. Ugh. There. He then complains about my food stinking, and he spices it with the spices I use. See, my thing is, I've got my little air fryer in the corner back here, and I used to keep steaks in the fridge and the freezer, and I haven't for a while, maybe about a week or two. But I put Lowry's seasoning salt on a lot of crap. So, like, I use it in my eggs when I fry eggs, and I sometimes put it on my sandwiches, spice them up a little bit for work. I wonder what he's complaining about. So, it's degraded into a talk show. It'll be interesting just to kind of to see how the rest of this pans out. I think this is not a bad deal. I can get 18 cookies out of it. Well, I made 18 cookies. But what I ought to do is maybe next time I make a big old batch, cut it in half and then just make 2 great big cookies and fill it with frosting and make the cookie cake. Or like a giant, yeah, like a cookie cake. I see those at the store all the time and I just kind of marvel at it. And they're like $15. And that's another thing my sister used to love too. Was the chocolate chip cookie cakes you could get at like Hy-Vee or Walmart and get them decorated all crazy. We did that for a lady at work for an appreciation deal. We went and bought her a $15 chocolate chip cookie cake and it looked like a pumpkin because it was Halloween or closer to it. A gallon Ziploc bag, fill it with cookie dough and cut a hole in the corner. Then use it as a piping bag. See, my issue is I only have like sandwich bags because I'm a dunce and I don't stock very many good things in here. Like I said, when I made the cake that first time, I bought cake sheets. Or not cake pans because I didn't own any. But slowly but surely I'm actually building up my own stuff to do a lot more baking. Which, if I can actually do a really good job of, might be something I might pursue. Maybe not. I get a kick out of it. But like I said, it's all about enjoying what you're doing and the reasons behind it. I just kind of want to prove that I can make myself cookies and stuff. So, not that I need to be eating any more sweets, but we'll see. One moment. Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer?
11 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Perfect. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and... Did I bump that? I sure did. Oh no! It's on a spring, essentially. Sweating through this shirt too. It's not good. That one in the middle is going to need a little bit more some extra time there. That can't speak. So once I just let these all cool, and I would figure about 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes, and what I'll do is once they're completely cooled, since I'm not going to stream the entire time that's going on, I'm going to post pictures on the cooking portion of my own Discord, just to kind of show what's all going on there. Watch the British Baking Show, Zumbo's Just Desserts, and British Baking Masterclass for the current ones. Got some neat recipes from. I'll have to look those up. I think you've mentioned Zumbo's before, so I'll have to check that out here sometime tonight, I think, or tomorrow after work. My Mondays aren't quite as exciting as they used to be since the bowling league ended. I don't know actually if I should keep streaming right now or not, simply because it's all done but the last batch and the cleanup. You know what? I think I've been at it for an hour. This is as good as we're going to do for right now. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and post the pictures of the cookies to Twitter and to my Discord. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you for stopping by, Nippon. I appreciate it. And any suggestions for cookies and stuff, like I said, just put us at my Discord. I'd be more than happy to try it. So until the next time I'm live, I will be back. Let's do a baking stream. You know what? That'd be kind of fun. Like I said, I have a bit of fun, so you'll be on soon. Alrighty, you have a good one.